Sony's new flagship noise-canceling earbuds have arrived and they're quite impressive in many ways, though expensive at $300. Improved features. New smaller design, improved sound, noise cancelling and voice calling. Upgraded processors and drivers. Spatial audio with head tracking for Android users. Sony took those gripes to heart when it set out to design its next-generation WF-1000XM5 flagship noise-canceling earbuds. Not only are the XM5 smaller, but they also offer improved performance pretty much across the board, with better noise cancelling, sound and voice calling. Are the Mark 5s perfect? Not quite. And at $300, £260, $20 more than their predecessor. They're costly, too. But overall they're really impressive, easily among the very top earbuds on the market. Available in black or silver, the XM5s are 25% smaller and 20% lighter than the XM4s, according to Sony, with each bud weighing 6 grams. The XM4s weigh 7.3 grams each. By comparison, Apple's AirPods Pro 2 weigh 5.3 grams each. The XM5's charging case is smaller than the XM4's, too. About 15% smaller, and it has wireless charging capabilities. The XM5s include a fourth set of ear tips, extra small, up from just 3 for the XM4s. And while they should fit most ears just fine, they retain a shortfall of the earlier model. They just don't quite give me the tight seal that you really need for optimal sound quality and noise-canceling performance. The tips are made out of a high-tech polyurethane foam material that's designed to conform to your ear canal and offer some added grip so the earbuds stay in your ears securely. But their shape isn't quite right for my ears. I need tips that are a little wider and rounder, and I had to swap in a set of my preferred silicone tips that allowed me to get a better seal. It'd be nice if Sony included a wider variety of tips, but, as I said, the majority of you shouldn't have a problem with the ones you get. Many of you should be able to get a secure enough fit to run with these. Like the XM4s, the XM5s are IPX4 splash-proof and sweat-resistant. The WF-1000XM5 buds, left, are 25% smaller than the XM4s, right. Sony WF-1000XM5 features. Sony's flagship headphones and earbuds have always been loaded with features. These XM5 buds add some new upgrades to go along with existing favorites like Speak to Chat, a mode you can enable that automatically pauses your music and activates the headphone's ambient mode when you start talking to someone. Ambient mode is similar to Apple's transparency mode, but with the Sony's you can adjust the level of ambient sound you want to let in. Apple's version of this feature is coming to the AirPods Pro 2 with iOS 17. The multi-point Bluetooth pairing, so you can pair the buds with 2 devices simultaneously and easily switch audio back and forth between them. There are also plenty of EQ settings to help tweak the sound and some adaptive sound modes, plus support for hands-free Alexa and Google Assistant. With my early review sample I could only get Alexa working, but Sony says hands-free Google Assistant is supported. That feature allows you to tap into Amazon's voice assistant without pressing anything on the buds. Also, there's a new beta setting called Find Your Equalizer that lets you choose between a series of EQ setting tweaks to find the sound you like best to create a custom EQ setting. I thought that was a good addition. Like the XM4s, these buds have ear detection sensors that pause your music when you take an earbud out. Yes, you can use a single earbud if you want, and resume playback when you put it back in. But what's new is spatial audio with head tracking. Currently, it's only available for Android users, according to Sony, and it's unclear if Apple users will ever get it. But in my tests, it seemed to work a lot like Apple's spatial audio for video watching. One new feature that I almost missed is a new gesture control for answering and ending phone calls. You can choose to activate it or not, but it allows you to nod your head to answer or end calls. There's nothing yet that would allow you to skip music tracks forward or back by shaking your head left or right, but it would seem possible to add that gesture control. According to Sony, these are also compatible with the NULA audio standard, so in the future, you should get access to features like Auracast broadcast audio that would allow you, for example, to tap into an audio stream being broadcast from a certain TV at the gym while you're on a treadmill. Finally, the XM5s support Sony's LDAC audio codec for devices that support it. Using LDAC can get you slightly better sound quality if you're streaming high-res audio tracks from streaming services like Qobuz, Tidal and Amazon Music. iPhone users get the AAC audio codec, but a lot of Android phones support LDAC, though you sometimes have to activate that support via the developer mode in the settings. Sony WF-1000XM5 noise cancelling performance. As far as performance goes, these feel like a bump up from the XM4s, though it's not a quantum leap. They have new 8.2mm speaker driver units and 3 microphones in each bud, and they're powered by 2 new proprietary Sony chipsets with more processing power: the V2 integrated processor and QN2E noise cancelling processor. Sony's been in a nip and tuck battle with Bose for the best noise cancelling, and Sony says these buds have the best noise cancelling based on its tests. It's not a huge upgrade over the noise cancelling that the XM4s offered, but it is a little more effective and is quite impressive overall. Sony WF-1000XM5 sound quality. Thanks to the new drivers and upgraded processors, there are also improvements to sound quality, although it's not a major bump up from the XM4s, which already sounded excellent. That said, I thought the XM5s just sound a little cleaner. The treble sounds slightly more refined. The mids, where vocals live, come across with a bit more clarity, and the bass has slightly better definition. Everything's been tightened up a bit so the earbuds sound more accurate, which is what you're aiming for from an audiophile perspective. I'm not sure the soundstage has expanded at all, but the earbuds deliver big, voluminous sound that has nice depth and nuance to it. You can distinctly hear separate instruments in more complicated tracks. Sony WF-1000XM5 voice calling performance. As for voice calling, Sony says you're getting its best ever call quality. The earbuds have bone conduction sensors that Sony says pick up the vibration of your voice directly from your skull bones, helping to isolate your speech from ambient sounds and background noise for clear calls, even in loud environments. Sony WF-1000XM5 battery life. Battery life on the WF-1000XM5 is the same as what you get with the XM4s. Around 8 hours on a single charge with noise cancelling on at moderate volume levels, and up to 12 hours with it off. The case holds 2 extra charges. That's a couple of hours better than what you get with the AirPods Pro 2, so very good battery life overall.